Big updates coming to your TruMoto controller for your Razor or RTR, coming at you right now. TruMoto is a software and hardware suite developed here at Electro Company, all in-house by our three-man engineering team. We have a software, a back-end, and a hardware engineer frantically working their little three-man team to the bone to make sure that these updates come at you as fast as humanly possible, because TruMoto is an ever-expanding, ever-changing, and ever-improving system. We have all new hardware coming to you with the Cricket 2.0, and we've added compatibility for some really cool accessories that I'm going to show you today. First up, we added a display functionality to the TruMoto lineup. If you have a Cricket, you can get a new harness, and then you can use this display, already used on the ETM RTR. You can also use it on a little bit version 3, which is coming soon. This display is small, it's compact, and it shows you just the right amount of information without turning your bars into a giant phablet. This shows you how fast you're going, what mode you're in, how much battery you have, and it has an odometer. These are your most essential informations, and you can get them at a glance with this display. If you need a more comprehensive display, you still have the information that's in your TruMoto app displayed on your phone. Sidebar, you're probably wondering if this display works for other kits that we sell for your Razor or e-box. It does. It works with the Ultimate 3.0 and the e-box and Moto Tech kit. However, please make sure that you go and read the description and make sure that this display is compatible with the kit that you have. We did our best to make sure that it worked with all of our most popular setups. So go ahead and check it out on the website now. And while you're looking at that sick B-roll that Jack's whipping up, I'm sure you're going to notice that there are some buttons up here by the headset. That comes with the display, and it gives you a convenient place to put your buttons from our 12-volt DC-DC kit that we sell on the website right now. This is an optional part, so if you don't like the way it looks, don't worry, you don't have to use it. Next up, we've added a Regen lever. That means you have variable braking on your left hand, giving you full control over your back wheel at the touch of a finger. This works for all TruMoto setups as it's completely software-based. That means that you go in your app, update your software, boom, you got new features. Go ahead and get yourself a Regen lever on the website today, plug it up to your TruMoto, and get to Regen. And while you're in there trying to decode the matrix, looking at all of Kevin's bar controls, because this is his bike, you're gonna notice that forward and reverse switch. That's right, we've added reverse functionality for TruMoto setups. This is one of those things that we feel is almost a party trick, but when you do need it, it's awesome. And last but not least, maybe one of the more important things is we've added fully customizable profiles to your mode switch for all TruMoto controllers. This is strictly software, so that means everyone's gonna have this functionality whether you buy new hardware or not. So you can go in, you can change the power, torque, speed, and your regen all individually on each mode. So that means mode 1, 2, and 3 can be completely different and customizable from each other, which is very different than how it worked before, which was a percentage-based system. Now you can set up your controller and make it perfect for your kids, for you, and maybe for a more experienced rider. In my situation, I can make a mode for maybe wheelies, one for the trails, and one for the track. This would allow me to switch between 3 usable modes with 3 completely different riding characteristics, all without going into the TruMoto app. Now that is convenient. So now that I've talked your ear off about all the new things that are coming to TruMoto, and I couldn't even go over all of them, by the way, let's get up in the trails and give you a demonstration of all these new features.
All right, guys, we're up here at the mountaintop of Electroland at our test track, and I have the TruMoto app pulled up on my phone. Here you can see the awesome hood that's going to tell us miles per hour, RPM, battery percentage, battery voltage, regen amount, how much battery current we're pulling, and how much phase current we're pulling. You can kind of see a little demonstration of that. So that's pretty cool, but that's actually not new. What's new is the profile setting. So we can see that we have low, medium, and high in our new TruMoto app. This correlates directly to the position 1, 2, and 3 on our physical handlebar switch. So what we're gonna do is set up each mode for something practical, like for instance, let's set up low for wheelies, medium for trail use, and high for track use. For me, on wheelies, I think right in the middle for the power is good. Maybe a little bit more torque so I have enough oomph to get the wheel back. I don't care about the top speed. And for wheelies, I do like my regen quite high. So let's set it to, let's say 12. Yes, I know what I'm doing. I know that my battery can take 12 amps. And if you have an E&C battery, it will already be preset up for that. For medium and trail settings, I think I'll take a little bit more power, up to 150, even a little bit more power still in the torque department. I don't care about the speed limit, so let's keep that full. And I really don't like too much regen when I'm riding in the trail, so let's turn that down. You'll also see that when you turn the torque settings up too high or the power too high, the app gives you a warning. This is to keep you informed. When you run high power, it makes more heat. Don't worry about that. For high mode, we're gonna set it up for basically as much as I think I can handle, which is around 180 amps and about 400 phase amps. Again, I don't care about the top speed, so I'm gonna set that full. Yes, I understand that the torque is set very high, and I'm gonna run regen down closer to maybe, what did I do on? I set it to 8. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna leave my trail regen and my track regen both at 8 so they're consistent, but on the track, I'm gonna demand more power, and the trails, it's gonna be a little bit more forgiving, and in the wheelie mode, it's even more forgiving with more regen, so that way when I'm wheeling, the bike will want to come back down on its own. Now we're gonna save it, and then we're gonna see exactly how these feel. My wheel is in the air. Yep, I'm gonna pick up my bike right now. This is just a safety precaution. Settings saved. We're good to go. We can go back to the dash, close the phone, and go ride. All right, I'm in my low mode, and I'm gonna give this wheelie mode that I programmed a try. Oh wow, really bringing down the front on its own. That's fire. All right, I'm not Sir Monster, guys, come on. Yeah, it's really bringing down, oh my God, I almost died. Really bringing down the front though, I can feel it. Even if it is, I still have to be conscientious of my brake. But yeah, this is really nice and supple. I don't have to worry about it coming up on me too fast. And the regen is helping me. Let's hit a little side detour while we're demonstrating this TruMoto goodness. And you'll notice that I was just hitting this with my thumb here, which right now isn't doing anything. Want to know why? Because my TruMoto app isn't set up for this regen throttle. So let's go in there, scroll down, give it up in the camera here, set it to thumb throttle, hit save. Yep, pick up my wheel. Nice. Now when I press it, oh yeah, I could feel the braking now. You can actually see the regen phase current right there. You know what? If I'm going to be controlling, yep, I want full regen. Thank you, app, for warning me. So not only did I turn the regen thumb throttle on in the app, now I've set the regen to max, so that way I actually have a good amount of regen and I can just control it with my thumb here. Cool, settings saved. Let's see. Oh yeah, I feel it now. Look at that, I'm stopping. I'm not even braking. Sick. Oh yeah, on the regen lever right now, not using my back brake at all, regenning, charging up my battery, pretty cool. Up to 15 amps on the Razor and up to 30 or more on an RTR. Full regen all the way down, sick. And then, boom, no regen, straight up coasting. Look at that, it's free coast. And then, regen. Oh, sick. Regen. Oh dude, regen while you're wheeling. Grab. Oh yeah, it worked. Grab. Nice. Another cool thing to look at that I almost forgot about is how awesome this display is, guys. Look at that. You see that? I can see how fast I'm going. I can see the speed at which I'm traversing this trail and what mode I'm in and how much battery I have. 56% apparently. And I went 3.2 miles so far since I've started this vlog. Yo! Oh, charging up that battery, dude. Then look, you can also change the mode. Check it out. Boom, sport mode, mode 2, mode 1. Fire. Okay, sport mode's actually way too crazy. We established that earlier. Oh shit. High speed wheelie. Woo, we're smashing. Over 40 miles an hour on the fire road. 45 almost. Get down in this valley, climb out. Okay, I'm just wheeling. Too much speed. Almost forgot to add reverse, dude. What? I think I'm gonna push this thing back? Nah. Throttle out. What? What? Why doesn't it work? Hold on, did I enable it in my app? Let's see. There it is. My finger was missing it. Reverse switch disabled. Well, no wonder it doesn't friggin' work. Enabled. Saving. Wheel in the air. Picking up. This is my bad, guys. Can't use features if they're not turned on. Come on now. It's that easy, ladies and gents. Oh yeah. We're going reverse. But I'm gonna do a reverse hill climb. Ready? Up the hill even. Yeah, it's just a reverse burnout, dude. And go forward. Yo, we're going forward. Oh gosh. So we have a display, we have a regen throttle, so we can adjust our regen with our thumb on the fly, and we have reverse on top of all those sick profiles. Dude, TruMoto's gotten so much better. And none of this stuff costs any extra money, unless you're trying to add new accessories, of course. But the software's free. I'm about to back it up on Kevin, bro. Beep, beep, beep. Ah! Honestly, this thing has gotten so much cooler. With the display, with the Regen throttle, with the reverse switch, and the profiles, TruMoto has gotten exponentially better, and the software part of it is totally free. If you have a TruMoto, you can expect new features to be added to your controller at no cost. Of course, you're gonna need to spend some extra money on the accessory part of it, because that's hardware, but all this stuff is free, and it's awesome. I've had more fun today than I've had on a Razor in a long time, and that's in part because of the TruMoto setup. So don't forget that this display works with the Ultimate 3.0 and the E-Box kit, so get on the website, check this stuff out, and see if it's gonna work for you.